really looking for opportunities. You're looking for the assets that Chelmsford has, but you're also looking for opportunities to help make creative change, to help animate the public realm, to help improve it. Because at the end of the day, we're going to be developing some themes that will influence the brief that Roger and his team will be working on in order to tender for this work of change. So, you're going to look for landmarks, memorable sites, good or bad, visual clues, sounds and smells and sensations, opportunities for laughter, which will be frequent, I'm sure, things you like and dislike, the character of the route, materials, surfaces, textures, etc., and themes or visual tactile things that perhaps link or connect this particular route. Because my understanding is, without being too heavy about it, these routes do have different functions and therefore potential.
In my view, that it's huge, it's enormous.
You're not impressed with this?
Yeah, no, I'm not impressed with that. It looks to me to be rather unimaginative.
It takes a long time to walk from one side to the other.
And these beams are really incredible.
They're gigantic, aren't they?
Yeah.
This is the Marconi building, but one of the university buildings was recently renamed.
But if you come to the town and you want to sort of find out a bit about Marconi, there isn't anywhere to go.
There's not one place to find out. There's a brown sign on the way in that says it's the birthplace of radio, and
that's it.
Well, we've just come from Tyndall Square to the university, and that concourse in front of it is sort of the arrival space. But actually, this horrible roundabout, which you can't walk over or cycle over, is
the gateway to the university.
Is the gateway to the
Yeah.
there isn't a proper crossing, isn't it?
Well, you can cross there.
That's a nice mix of different things.
Should we? These are all things we'd like to change. Should we say one or two things that we liked?
Oh,
Didn't we like? Did we
like
the
all of it.
bridge?
Absolutely.
We like it all.
we all like that sculpture, the abstract one on the side of the building, next to the bridge as well. So it's like the duo, the bridge and that sculpture.
I like the town sign.
I love all of it.
Anything else that we really liked?
Very generous in terms of space. It's a very generous, wide space.
But we also like the fact that it's human scale.
And it's human scale, there's nothing tall.
It's friendly stretch. There you go.
We're making a map of our route and then finding images that try and summarise the important bits about the route. So where was the bus station? Is it there?
10 minutes, everybody, 10 minutes.
We've got the church, we've got the magistrates, we've got the police, and we've the extraordinary representatives of the law. Yes,
I think we should be concentrating on spaces and seeing how those buildings and those things like the law affect the character of the spaces.
The whole cathedral garden. You could have a wonderful fair in there or anything. It'd be a lovely place for doing it. Yeah, you could do a whole show in there. You could do the cathedral garden would be a fantastic place for a music venue. Yeah.
And what we've done is taken key areas along that walkway that we took and think about issues that arose from them. And we really looked for opportunities or things that we really valued. And we came up with a set of key titles for those areas, and we're going to go through each one of them. And different individuals in the group have particular affinities to different areas, so each one has done a little short collage about that area.
Very much, Mike. What about a permanent light projection fixed onto the side of the building, perhaps incorporating some of the stuff that Dance Digital's been doing? They could have some sort of temporary display. Or what about water arches? Everyone loves water, everyone loves arches, so water arches work perfectly. And of course, why not have some sort of block seating? Not benches, because people don't really like benches, but kind of granite sort of block seating, perhaps similar to the stuff we have in Marconi Plaza that some of you may have seen on that tour. We want to encourage lounging. And
Chelmsford, 2 ideas for you. A string of jewels, celebrate sequence of the open spaces. It half happens as you move down that stretch, but not fully yet. There needs to be more trees. Here are the jewels. Look at those open spaces as jewels and give people a reason to travel to and fro. And what about nighttime? Hard to imagine on a sunny day, but I did by closing my eyes. And I thought, what about those upper spaces on those streets that nobody thinks of? They're quite mixed, quite interesting, and it would be nice to have a Chelmsford Shines theme to our plans and illuminate those upper spaces that nobody looks at nighttime.
Somebody talked about a corporate area in the last one. This is not cloned, this is not corporate. It's an area of lots of little individual zones. The one major thing that you see about this street is that on the right hand side of it, it is nearly all estate agents. On the left hand side of it, it is a blank wall of government buildings. One idea we came up with was, can you open up the government buildings by having small commercial outlets on the ground floor, revitalise the street.
The big idea was to, in terms of animating the space, it's a very large space that we're talking about. We're not really talking about building new things. There are things that could happen. Perhaps the theme being connecting the university to the town, having a procession, a carnival type procession, with up the road from the centre here to the university, with some distinct interventions into some of the spaces, the public spaces that we mentioned. So this is the, I think I'm right in saying, this is the whole run of things. It's a long street with dirty pavements. There are footpaths and the crossings are dreadful and they could be improved. And I believe that there is, in terms of the events there, we think there's a lovely bit of space in the front of there that could be something to do with maybe a medieval fair. But nevertheless, these buildings need celebrating. So even if we can't go inside them, we could light them. But certainly this reminds me of the Business Design Centre in Islington. I think it's got enormous potential, and apparently the backlands are these amazing shelves and yards. So